Okay, everybody, when we left off, we had just downloaded all of our folders from our S3 buckets over to our own machine, and we used AWS CLI to do that. So now that we have those here, let's go back to our original folder. We're going to use the concatenate file that we've built, and we're going to use the robo label file that we've built, and we're going to actually put those inside this output bucket now because we want to try to keep everything in the folder with the output. So I can go over here to my command prompt now, and I see that my concatenate files are there and my robo label files there. We're going to use both of those. So what's really neat about the concatenate file is there's not much you really have to do to it. Since all of our output buckets are here, it's going to reach into those output buckets, pull everything together, and it's going to output two different CSV files, one with the URL information that the mapping sessions came from, and another one with the actual reducer results. So all we've got to do is concatenate py, enter an input file. We're in the current directory, so now it's going to put everything together for us. And you notice over here in the output folder, now we have our concatenated websites and our concatenated factors. So if we open up our concatenated factors, this is what it looks like. These are the actual keywords that came right from the mapper that we initialized earlier. And you can see under here, these are different counts of instance counts that the mapper found those particular keywords, and the reducer combined everything together before we concatenate it. So all these numbers came from those part files that were in your S3 bucket. So now they've just all been stitched together. So last but not least, we want to actually assign some sentiment to these values, and we've already written this label file, robo label is what we call it, and it's going to assign some sentiment values to all of these various keywords, and then pop out two columns of sentiment that then we can just paste back into the concatenated factors website, and then we've got everything that we need to build a sentiment analysis out of. We've got a bunch of features that we have now in the concatenated factors CSV files, and we'll have some actual labels to go with that in the sentiment that we are actually getting ready to generate. So now we just need to go to and run our actual robo label file. It's going to ask us what the name of that file is that we're trying to use here, and it's already concatenated factors. So all we have to do is hit enter here, let it run for a little bit of time, and it's going to generate one particular CSV file called sentiment. You can see there it is. Let me go back over here, and we'll open it, and you can see what it looks like. And at the end of this, there are just two columns, useful columns, one sentiment for one specific purpose, and another column of sentiment for another specific purpose. Now you can take each of these columns, make two specific files out of the concatenated factors CSV. You can just make a copy of it. One column of sentiment goes on one column of sentiment goes on the other. And then all you have left to do, since these concatenated factors are in this particular instance for both mobile operating systems, then you just got to go in here and cut some of these columns out and do a little feature selection on your own through logic and figure out which one of these to get rid of and which one of these to keep for each particular mobile operating system. And you've got it. You've got all your features that you need for each phone and specific outcome as far as sentiment is concerned for each phone. You're done with a mapping session now. You're done with the big data portion of this. You're ready to move in to something else like machine learning or data analytics, where you can actually build some, gain some business value out of what you've done. So hopefully that helps. I probably won't go into the next step of this since that has a lot of variations, and many of you might be doing this in different ways with different tools. So hope you enjoyed the series on Amazon Web Services and Elastic MapReduce. Please paste your comments online appropriately, and if you got any questions or need any help with any of these, just put your questions in the comment. I'm monitoring in the comments. I'm monitoring those pretty tightly, so I'm happy to happy to help with any questions, and I'm also happy to make any modifications. If you find any mistakes in any of these things, definitely stick it in the comments, and I'll go back and rectify that. So thanks so much, everybody. Have a good day.